Hello. Well, welcome to today's episode of Living English, which is a very special episode because it's the last episode of the series. And today we'll be looking at ways of saying goodbye, as well as how to talk about what you'll be doing in the future. And of course, we say goodbye to Anne, Sarah, and her family, who we've come to know in our drama, Sisters and Brothers. So here's today's episode. See you again.
Well, I guess this is it. Sarah, thank you so much for all your help and for your kindness.
Please, don't mention it. Well, thank you for trusting me to be your business partner.
And my friend. I'll be thinking of you all the time.
I wanted to thank you too, Sarah, for being so kind to my sister and looking after her so well. I'll be thinking of you too.
Thank you. Oh, it was great to meet you. And you too, Rose. And I hope everything goes well in Singapore.
I'm looking forward to meeting David's parents. I hope they like me.
I'm sure they will. I'll be expecting a postcard from you, Anne, so you better send me one.
And I'll be waiting for a postcard too.
I'll be counting the days until you come to Singapore.
Attention please, this is the final call for Singapore Airlines flight SQ452 direct to Singapore. Could all passengers for this flight go immediately to gate lounge 3?
Goodbye. See you soon.
Goodbye.
I'll see you soon.
Oh, goodbye, Rose. Good luck. And you too, David. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Wait! I found him! I found a brother!
Well, another one.
Well, our detective wasn't much use. I wonder if Anne will see Steve again. I wonder how David's reunion with his family in Singapore will go. And will they like Rose? I'm sure they will. First, let's look at how Anne and Sarah thank each other.
Sarah, thank you so much for all your help and for your kindness.
Please, don't mention it. Well, thank you for trusting me to be your business partner.
Sarah thanks Anne for her help and her kindness. You can thank people for things they give you or show you. Practice saying, "Thank you so much for all your help" with the clip.
And for your kindness. Thank you so much for all your help and for your kindness.
Now, in this episode, people talk about what they will be doing in the future. Let's find out what Anne will be doing.
I'll be thinking of you all the time.
Anne says to Sarah, "I'll be thinking of you all the time." I will be thinking of you. She uses will, so we know it's the future. And the ing ending on think tells us this is a continuous tense. She doesn't say, "I will think of you." This could be just one time. But I will be thinking of you means Anne will think of Sarah all the time or often. She won't stop thinking about her. This is called future continuous tense. We use it to talk about continuous actions we'll be doing in the future. Practice saying, "I'll be thinking of you all the time" with Anne in the clip.
I'll be thinking of you all the time.
And what will David be doing? Listen.
I'll be thinking of you too.
David will be thinking of Anne too. Practice with him.
I'll be thinking of you too.
And what will Sarah be doing all this time?
I'll be expecting a postcard from you, Anne, so you better send me one.
Sarah will be expecting a postcard from Anne. She won't be expecting it just at one time, but all the time until it comes. Here are two more examples of the future continuous. See if you can hear them and work out what Steve will be doing and what Anne will be doing.
And I'll be waiting for a postcard too.
I'll be counting the days until you come to Singapore.
Steve will be waiting for a postcard too. He will be waiting for a postcard as well as Sarah. Anne will be counting the days until she sees Steve again. Practice with me at home. What will Anne be doing? She'll be thinking of Sarah. What will David be doing? He'll be thinking of Sarah too. What will they be doing? They'll be thinking of Sarah. What will Steve be doing? He'll be expecting a postcard. And what else will Anne be doing? She'll be counting the days. When Anne says she'll be counting the days, she means she'll be waiting impatiently because she really wants Steve to come to Singapore. I wonder why. Hello, Michelle.
Hello, Brenton. Hello, everyone.
Well, you look pretty loaded up. What have you got there?
Well, today is a day for goodbyes, and our episode is all about the airport. So I thought we would look at some words and phrases to do with travel and airports.
Airports can be confusing places.
There are usually lots of signs, so you need to know what to look for. Let's have a look at some signs at airports.
It is confusing, isn't it?
But luckily, the words we use are the same all over the world. So, Brenton, if you arrive at the airport, where do you go?
Well, you have to check in.
But first, you might have a choice between the domestic terminal and the international terminal.
Right. A terminal is a place where transport leaves from and arrives. We can also talk about a bus terminal.
Where does Anne leave from?
Well, she leaves from the international terminal because she is going to another country. If she was travelling from one Australian city to another Australian city, she would go to the domestic terminal.
And where do you go when you're inside the terminal?
Well, you go to the check-in. If you need to buy a ticket, you would go to the ticket counter. To check in is to confirm that you have arrived.
You also check in at a hotel, and when you leave, you check out. Anne already has a ticket. She has booked her ticket, so she doesn't need to buy one now. She has a booking or a reservation, but she still needs to check in her baggage or her luggage. She also has to get her seat allocation. This is a ticket telling her which seat on the plane she has. But she also needs to know some other things. What does she need to know?
Well, she needs to know what time the plane is leaving and where she has to go to catch it.
How can she find that out?
Well, the airline official will tell her.
Yes, and there'll be an announcement.
And the information will be on the TV monitors in the airport.
Let's practice the language for this. So I have my ticket and I have my luggage.
Put your bags on the scales, please. Now, where are you going?
I'm going to Hong Kong.
Let me check your ticket. And here's your boarding pass.
What time is the flight leaving?
It leaves at 11:25 from gate 7. It will be boarding in 10 minutes.
So my bags can be bags, luggage, or baggage. My boarding pass tells me which seat to sit on in the plane. My plane is called my flight. Boarding, the plane is getting on it, and I do that at the gate or the gate lounge. Listen to the announcement in the story and see if you can hear the details about Anne's flight. and some new terms.
Attention please, this is the final call for Singapore Airlines flight SQ452 direct to Singapore. Could all passengers for this flight go immediately to gate lounge 3?
What did we find out about Anne's flight?
The flight number, the destination, the number of the gate it is boarding from, and what time Anne has to board. Listen again.
Attention please, this is the final call for Singapore Airlines flight SQ452 direct to Singapore. Could all passengers for this flight go immediately to gate lounge 3?
So the flight number is SQ452. It's some letters and some numbers. The destination is Singapore. It's direct to Singapore.
So it isn't stopping anywhere else. There are no stopovers.
And it's departing or leaving from gate lounge 3.
Or sometimes we could just say gate 3.
And when is it leaving?
Immediately, straight away. Anne had better hurry.
Yes, but first she has to finish saying goodbye. Let's look at how Anne and her friends say goodbye.
Goodbye. See you soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you soon.
Oh, goodbye, Rose. Good luck. And you too, David. Bye.
See ya.
Well, I guess they say goodbye.
That seems to be the word.
It depends a bit on how formal the occasion is and how long the person is going for. Anne is going for a long time, so they say goodbye. But if she was going for a short time, they might say bye or bye-bye or even ta-da.
What's another way of saying goodbye?
Goodbye. See you soon.
Steve says, see you again soon. It's a way of saying that you will see that person again. It's not goodbye forever. You can say, see you again, or see you soon, or see you later, or just see you. Or you can say, see you at a specific time. Practice at home with me. Tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Next week. See you next week. In a little while. See you in a little while. At 3 o'clock. See you at 3 o'clock.
Sarah also said good luck.
You might say good luck to someone who is going to do something difficult.
And we've got something difficult to do, Michelle.
Yes. Now we have to say goodbye.
We've come to the end of this series of Living English. We hope you've enjoyed watching and that you have learned some English language.
And I hope you will be able to keep practicing your English and that you will find it useful and fun. Thank you for watching. We've certainly enjoyed presenting the program.